Hi there, I'm Fritz Vatter from the Vatter's Edge, where we explore bank fishing in Ontario. www.vattersedge.com. If you've been to my website, you've seen my cousin, Thomas. He's in Korea right now for a couple years teaching, and he's gotten into using a whip system with a lift float, which is what they use in Korea. Works great on smaller fish, very sensitive bite indication. Our limit here, as you can expect, since it's not a normal pole with an elastic in the end to give you any kind of dampering of a big fish's run, we're probably limited to 4 or 5 pound fish before you break off or break the pole, maybe a bit bigger depending on what line test you're using. We're here trying in a little pond here early in the season, again with the fish being a bit sluggish and hopefully the size of them in here. I've never fished here before. It's a small water, but small waters are great in the early season. They warm up fast, and it's usually pretty easy to get the fish to come over to your bait. The way the lift float works is it's almost like a glorified tip-up. Quite a heavy weight sits right on the bottom. You have your hook length sitting off of that, and it's enough to sink the float. So you set the depth of the weight so it sits on the bottom, and just that much of the float is peeking out of the water. When the fish picks this up, it releases the weight holding the float down, and therefore you will see the float pop up and fall over as there's no weight on the float as the fish has lifted it up. It sounds like it's not sensitive, but it is. Again, it's basically the same principle as the tip-up, where you've got a neutral buoyancy. The weight is counterbalanced by the weight on the back of your tip-up. So as the white fish takes it up the spreader, it lifts the tip-up up. Same concept, but in a float. So let's give it a shot today. I'm not sure how we'll do, but it's my first time trying it. We're going to give it a shot. I've got a fairly short hook length, number 16 hook. We're going to try bread, and see what we got. I think I got a little carp on now. Take a look. I do. That little baby carp. That's awesome, eh? On the whip. The lift float method works great. This is great on little fish, but like I said, I straightened the hook on like about a 5 pounder earlier. I thought I broke the leader, but it actually straightened the hook. So I've gone to a specimen hook, a bit of a stronger camisand. I was using a camisand but a wide gap, so this is a specimen model, a heavier gauge wire. So if we do connect with a bigger carp, let's hope we can land it. Alright, let's get back to some more fishing here. I had more success on bread too. I was using the corn, and I got the sucker on corn. But as soon as I went back to the bread here, I got a carp right away. So it's most likely because everybody's feeding the ducks here bread. So the carp probably are tuned in on feeding on bread. Well, I'm fishing for carp, and I have hooked a bit of a anomaly here. Are you ready for this? On bread, folks. A nice rainbow trout. But it's out of season, so it's going back in. Which I would anyway, because I'm not fishing for them. So there you go. Not my intended quarry. So that's a bit of a bonus. Getting a real mixed bag today. Chub, sucker, carp. It's awesome. Can't beat it. I just wish I would have landed that bigger one. I really had no idea how big they got in here. So now we know. If I was fishing a traditional pole, I would have landed that easily on the elastic, obviously. But, as we said, we're whip fishing with no elastic. Wow, that's the best cast I did yet. Nice big carp. Stuck it out today. And looks like it's finally happened. Making up for the fact that I straightened the hook on that one earlier. I went to a stronger hook. Really exciting. It has its limitations, obviously. Oh man. Oh. I hope I land this. I've got an 8-pound main. I'm not worried about that. Nice 8-pound T-line, but what I am worried about is my 5-pound fluorocarbon leader. But it's a trade-off early season, eh? I didn't want to go too light, obviously. Oh, maybe it's a cat. I can't tell right now. I thought it was a carp. Oh, it's a big... I think it's a big sucker. Yo, what a riot. Holy cow. Crazy. Yeah, it's a sucker. Oh, but still. What a fight on the whip. Unbelievable. Yes. Got it. What a scrap. Holy cow. Whew. on the whip. Wow. Whew. Well, that actually was a lift bite, so it seems that it's the bigger fish that create a nice lift. The smaller ones tend to drag the float around a bit. As soon as you get something on that's a pound or more, it seems to really lift that float up. That was a good lift bite. Really good lift bite. I'm getting a bit better at casting this thing now too. Took a bit of getting used to. Now I got the action, nice smooth cast. Anyway, we'll see what we can do if we can get some more. Here's my day of whip fishing. Put in about 3 hours. Got a nice little carp. A beauty white sucker, which felt like crazy on the whip. Another sucker. And I pulled out of a nice carp. And we got a bunch of chub and creek chub in there. So, anyway, nice day. Nice bag of fish for early season. And yeah, whip fishing was an experience. I ended up breaking the tip on my whip trying to put it away just now. So, that's a typical day for me. Off I go to buy another whip. Wait, take it easy. Tight lines.